What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome back to another episode of Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. And yes, that purple bar is indeed on top. After a very successful SummerSlam pay-per-view, we got 5 stars in our match. But that's probably going to drop back down after this next show. And we're going to, one pay-per-view isn't enough to just completely swing the momentum. But, it's not enough to put us on top, but it definitely is good start to try and build momentum back in our favor as we try to become that the top brand. So, while we may not get it back right away, for some reason, I don't know what happened here, but the feuds are still there. I think it might depend maybe like what day of the week you set the feuds on or something. I don't know what it is, but we've got some feuds still carrying over from the SummerSlam pay-per-view, so we should be able to use those to our advantage in this next episode of ECW. So we can see we got a parking lot brawl, Bret Hart versus Johnny Nitro. Don't normally play those, so I am going to play that one in this one. We have a tag team here, Hardy Boys versus Kennedy and Masters, and it's Mr. Kennedy and Chris Masters who get the victory there. John Cena takes on Triple H. Of course, John Cena, the new ECW champion. Edge and Elijah Burke take on CM Punk and Bobby Lashley. In the main event, a hardcore triple threat tornado tag, where the winning team will get an ECW championship match in a triple threat against John Cena. And there we go. It's going to be John Cena, Batista, and Rey Mysterio in a triple threat for the ECW championship next week on ECW. And the victory goes to Edge and Elijah Burke there. And John Cena defeats Triple H there. So we're going to go ahead and play this parking lot brawl because I figured, two things we haven't really done. We haven't showcased this Nitro Bret Hart feud too much, and it hasn't really been getting the recognition that a normal 3 thumbs up feud would get. It hasn't been getting the treatment of like a main event sort of feud, so I figured we'll give it the parking lot brawl stipulation, and I'll even take it a step further and play the match because I don't normally play a parking lot brawl. I don't use it too often. Don't play it because it tends to be a little bit slower paced, and sometimes it takes to be like a really long match. So I figured this one will dedicate the whole episode to a parking lot brawl, and we'll see exactly how things go about this. So anyway, Bret Hart and Johnny Nitro, they've had a very long feud, a very lengthy feud, but whoever wins this parking lot brawl has the upper, or not the upper hand, but oh, also, maybe it could be because I did not really feature many rivalry matches at SummerSlam, as I only had the one match, which was the ECW Championship, so I have a little bit of that to carry over into this show. That could also maybe affect it. I don't know. Not too sure, but we're now here with the parking lot brawl. Nitro's got a steel chair, and Bret Hart blocks it there, and now Nitro going to take the chair back from Bret Hart, and Bret Hart blocks it again. Bret Hart doesn't look too eager to use the chair, though. And again, he blocks the chair shot from Nitro as Nitro again fights it back. And it's blocked again by Bret Hart. As now Nitro just going to say, screw the chair, going straight after Bret Hart there. As now Bret Hart's got the chair. Nitro takes it back. And again, Bret Hart blocks the chair shot. Oh my gosh, can someone just hit somebody already? There we go. Johnny Nitro with the headshot with the steel chair to Bret Hart, and again it's blocked by Bret Hart. This is why I don't play too many parking lot brawls, because they tend to go like this. Nothing really exciting happens as Bret Hart's got the chair now, finally gonna start swinging. Nitro taking a step back, and then he kicks him right in the face there. And now Nitro going back to the chair, big chair shot to the face of Bret Hart, and now Johnny Nitro could be looking to put him away here. Setting him up for, what is this? Oh, what a face buster! And, wow. Okay, that was it? Wow. Okay, wasn't expecting it to end that wasn't expecting it to end that quickly, that fast. That was actually a really short parking lot brawl, so, wow. It's only been like 4 minutes. I guess we're gonna have to keep going. I guess this show isn't going to be enough for this episode. We're going to go ahead and make it a double feature. We're going to go ahead and showcase 2 episodes of ECW, so I'm going to have to set up that card. Then let's check out the the ratings. We had a 4.5 for that parking lot brawl, 3.5 there, 3.5, 4-star, and a 4.5 for our main event. So overall, a 4-star show rating. That's pretty good. Should be pretty decent enough to get us back into the runnings. I don't think we're going to be in like first or second place and I don't know why that feud is still there. It's not supposed to stay. But, I mean, we still got to do something to... I mean, we're still going to have to keep putting on good shows if we want to be able to take that number 1 spot. But I think maybe in a few weeks we could be sitting at number 2. And once we hit our pay-per-view coming up later this month, I think that could maybe be enough to put us temporarily on top. But, I mean, Raw does have Unforgiven coming up, so that is a thing. But I said I was going to make a trade, and we're going to be going for Mick Foley. Yes, that would be another superstar ECW-esque. So we're going to go ahead and trade away Bret Hart, as I was kind of wanting to get rid of Bret Hart for a while now. But I figured we'll just go ahead and use him for the ratings there with that parking lot brawl with the feud he had with Nitro. And he put over Johnny Nitro, so now we can get rid of him. We've got Mick Foley now. Probably going to have to jump Foley's popularity up a little bit. But we're going to go ahead. Now the card's been all set up, as you see the little transition there. Here we go. This is our matchup card here tonight. We've got some rivalry in place of the matches because of the championship match. So we have Nitro versus HBK. HBK, the former ECW champion. And Johnny Nitro, another big victory. He defeated Bret Hart last week and now gets a win over HBK. So that is very interesting. Johnny Nitro is starting to build a name for himself there. Sabu and Mick Foley defeat Chris Masters and Mr. Kennedy. So a nice extreme veterans tag team there. Edge wins the ladder match against Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and CM Punk. We have this tag team match. Kane, Undertaker, and Bobby Lashley defeat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Mark Henry. So that should finish up the Kane-Mark Henry feud. And finally, we have our ECW Championship main event here. And this, adding the title on the line, adding that in should help us out a little bit more with ratings. Hopefully, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll be able to take that second spot away from Monday Night Raw, I think, would be next in line. I think SmackDown's up top right now. I'm not sure. But anyway, excuse me. I'm going to have to get a drink real quick during the loading screen. Alright, sorry about that. My throat was getting... Alright, I'm all good now. Let's go ahead and get into the ECW Championship main event. As, yeah, we're going to have to see how long this one takes. As that championship, or not the championship, scramble. The parking lot brawl earlier, that one went by really quick, so we're going to have to see what we can do with this championship triple threat main event. Hopefully, it at least takes up a decent amount of time, hopefully more than 4 minutes, because, I mean, that parking lot brawl was extremely short. I think the match itself lasted like 2 minutes, maybe 3. It really didn't last that long, but anyway, we have 3 icons in the ring here. Rey Mysterio, the littlest underdog in WWE, or is it the biggest underdog? I don't even, no, it's littlest underdog. I don't know, the stuff, the littlest big man, the biggest little man. I don't know exactly what his nicknames are, but you get the idea. He's a small guy, but he's accomplished great things here and could be looking to add ECW champion onto his list of accolades. And then, of course, we have the current ECW champion, John Cena. Nice drop kick there from Rey Mysterio, but we have the ECW champion, John Cena, who has held that title since SummerSlam. He won it from HBK in the Last Man Standing match, which got us our 5 stars, which is going to help us jump up and make our run for that number 1 spot in the brand war. But wait a minute, roll up there by Rey Mysterio, 1, and Batista breaks that one up there. But anyway, we have ECW champion John Cena. Very short reign as champion so far. Could come to an end, though, here tonight, if he can't defeat Rey Mysterio or Batista. Whereas Cena, he doesn't have to get pinned. Batista could beat Mysterio, or Mysterio could beat Batista. And, I mean, Cena, he does not have to get pinned or submitted to lose the title. I mean, Cena, he has to win it, but he does not have to lose it, as Rey Mysterio or Batista could take each other out and win the title. And then, of course, we've got the Animal Batista, who will be returning to the WWE in real life on January 20th, I'm pretty sure is what it is. So Batista coming back pretty soon, right before the Royal Rumble. That should be very interesting. That definitely throws another obstacle there into being able to predict, certain things that's going to go down. up until the last episode of Monday Night Raw, I was all for Daniel Bryan winning the Royal Rumble, but I don't know. He just joined the Wyatts. That's another thing that throws like all the predictions I would have had for a loop. So I don't know exactly what's going on. I was hoping we could get maybe the Wyatts and the Shield, and then the Shield would break up at WrestleMania, and then we'd get Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose at Extreme Rules for the U.S. title. But I still like that Ambrose-Reigns match. I really think it should go that way, where we can get the Shield and the Wyatts at WrestleMania. But I don't know. We'll have to see where this storyline with Daniel Bryan goes, because like what I want to have happen, because I mean we saw they teased it back in the pre-Survivor Series Raw when it was the Wyatt family and the Shield. They were starting to go at it for a little bit there. The crowd went crazy. I mean that was the little teaser for the Shield and the Wyatts, and the internet exploded. That was just an epic moment. And that pretty much should tell WWE that they need to go through with that match. That match has to happen before the Shield breaks up. And I'm thinking that would be the perfect opportunity when you have such a master manipulator like Bray Wyatt, who can play all these mind games. I mean, CM Punk, they're going through something right now where they're kind of trying to create some distrust among the Shield, trying to, which one's the best of the Shield. And CM Punk, that's a good way to start. That's a good way to start the breakup, start to plant the seeds a little bit, but you can't just immediately go and break them up. I do think the Shield are going to break up. I hope WWE doesn't have them break up and then do something at WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure they're going to have the Shield break up after WrestleMania. Excuse me, my throat keeps going out for whatever reason. But anyway, I do see Roman Reigns, no matter what happens, I see Roman Reigns winning the U.S. title off of Dean Ambrose at Extreme Rules, because the U.S. title has meant nothing recently, and they have been building faith back in the Intercontinental title, which is a good thing. And if Roman Reigns had the U.S. title, that would definitely add some more stock in the United States Championship, because, I mean, Roman Reigns, he's related to The Rock. I mean, if he's going to win that U.S. title, it's got to have prestige, just the same thing that is with Big E Langston. As soon as Big E is going for the title, it's this prestigious, this ancient, prestigious, not ancient, but you know what I mean. So, I mean, the same thing I would think would kind of go along with Roman Reigns. I could see Roman Reigns holding the title for a while. I personally think WWE should break up the Shield like one at a time, so we have Roman Reigns break off first, and then he kind of goes into a bit of a feud with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose as sort of like a faction. Maybe what could happen, we have Ambrose versus Reigns for the U.S. title at Extreme Rules. Ambrose could maybe lose it then, and then use his rematch clause at the next pay-per-view, which would be Payback, unless they change that. But, so then at the next pay-per-view, maybe, by that time, you could maybe start to plant a few seeds to break up the Shield between Rollins and Ambrose, start to create some distrust between the two of them, and then maybe at the May, or is WrestleMania going to be in April again? I don't like how they do that, but the May or the June pay-per-view, whatever follows Extreme Rules, that could be where you split up Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and you could have them feud. But let's stop talking about the Shield here, as we see John Cena could be moments away from retaining the title, as he's got the STF locked in on Batista, and Batista looking to power out of this, and that's exactly what the Animal does. He manages to escape the STF, and now Cena with the Thez press, delivering the shots to the face of the Animal right there. And now Batista trying to fight off Rey Mysterio there, and he does, as now Batista seems to be caught in a bit of a double team there. But yeah, I hear that Roman Reigns and Big E Langston are going to be getting a big push at the Royal Rumble, so I do hope that happens. Roman Reigns needs to spear everybody in the Royal Rumble, have all 30 superstars in the ring at once, let Roman Reigns spear all of them. Okay, maybe that's a little too much, but Roman Reigns, he is going to eliminate a lot of people. Would I want him to break Kane's record? No, because, I mean, Kane, he doesn't have too much to his name as far as his career in the WWE. I mean, the Royal Rumble record, I could think that's the one major thing that Kane has to his name as a character, and I kind of think he needs that. And if they're not going to give him the single elimination record in the Royal Rumble, I think he should have the most eliminations all time in a Royal Rumble, because you think, when you compare Kane to someone like Shawn Michaels, he's done a lot in this industry. Kane hasn't done nearly as much as HBK. I mean, Kane was a former WWE champion, a former World Heavyweight champion. Kane, he's had his moments, but he's definitely no Shawn Michaels. So I think it'd be better to have Kane hold that record if they are going to take the single elimination away from him. And if they do take it away from him, Roman Reigns might be the guy. That might be a great way to put over Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, he's going to be an awesome face when he turns, because, the crowd, you can hear with CM Punk what they're doing right now. Heard some Roman Reigns chants. Those are going to build up as things go on. And Roman Reigns definitely, as far as the non-smart wrestling fans, Roman Reigns would seem to be the best out of the Shield, because, he's the biggest. Oh, wait a minute. Rey Mysterio could be forced to tap out here. And no, Rey Mysterio escapes the STF. That's a bit of a shocker there. So Cena is going to have to do something other than use that submission hold. Nice Irish whip counter. Rey ducks a clothesline and connects. Oh, what a DDT by Rey Mysterio. But yeah, we do have to cut ahead a little bit in this match, because this match went a lot slower, and it almost could have been showcased in an episode of its own. It just got kind of tedious, so I went ahead and skipped ahead in this match, because it was starting to get really long and tedious, and yeah, you get the idea. But back to my talk on the Shield. I can't say enough about these guys. But if I had to choose which is my favorite out of the Shield, which I think is the best, I'd have to go with Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins would definitely be a close second. Roman Reigns not even in the ballpark, because without the spear, Roman Reigns really would not be as over as he is today. That's the main thing people remember about Roman Reigns, is that he'll just come out of nowhere and break people in half. And I definitely, without the spear, Roman Reigns would not be as over as he is right now. And I'm sure people could easily argue that, but really, he's not the greatest in the Shield, not by a long shot. Roman Reigns, he's going to have to definitely work on his mic work and stuff like that. Not as much of a in-ring competitor as Ambrose and Rollins are. Rollins, he's got some pretty cool moves, but I've never gone back to actually watch Indies matches. I don't do that with anybody, and I doubt I'll ever do that. I might, if I hear about a good occasional match, I might go and do that. But I'm not going to, I wouldn't spend my time going back and watching Indies matches. They might be great matches, but I would just rather, focus on what's going on now and be surprised when I see some of these things that go on, Antonio Cesaro's giant swing. I've seen that he has swung people 80 times. And when he did that on Raw, I was like, whoa, what is this? And just that moment, that was just a fantastic moment. Wait a minute, Batista, roll up here. Batista rolls up Rey Mysterio, and he's your new ECW champion. I know I didn't talk about the match too much, but you know what? I'm done talking about real-life WWE. I could make a video on that. Anyway, but this is GM mode. Batista's your new ECW champion. Sorry I didn't talk about the match a little bit more, but I feel like it's a lot easier to commentate when I'm not just calling moves, because anybody could do that. Anybody could just call a wrestling match. You could go on TV and watch people do that, but here, try to mix things in a little bit. Not saying that talking about the match is bad. It's good to know the moves and stuff like that, but when a match gets to be kind of slower paced, it's kind of harder to do that. It gets to be a little bit more, in my opinion, it gets to be a little bit more boring. So it's always nice to have a topic. But Batista, the animal, he'll be coming back to WWE. But in my GM mode, he is the ECW champion. Yeah. So no more Super Cena as the champ. Although, like I said, didn't have to be pinned, and indeed he wasn't. Rey Mysterio got rolled up by Batista. That's a bit of a shocking ending, but let's go ahead and see what the ratings have to say about that. 2 3.5s, a 4-star, another 4-star, and the main event was a 4-star. Not quite a 4.5, but we do get the 4-star show rating, which is good. If we want to be able to try and step up as a bigger contender in the brand war that we have going on here. But Cena, you can see Cena's still a 100 overall, so he doesn't need the title. So it's probably a good thing Batista took it off of him. But we need to build a little bit of cash, and let's go ahead and use one of our lower superstars, because this will get a little bit of popularity. So only +3, that's good, but we do need the cash. Let's go for a villain movie, because I know this can get you a lot of cash if things go the right way. If you get, like if it fails, it's going to suck. But let's use Sabu. He's our new superstar. Well, not the newest, but he is a new superstar. See, we got 10,000, or was that one? No, that was 10,000 cash. I mean, I know a big success gets you a lot more, but if it fails, you only get like 1,000 or so. But what the heck? 4.5 star. I already know that that's bull crap, no matter what kind of match they put on. Bret Hart versus... So yeah, Smackdown did get Bret Hart. We did lose a little bit of a rating thing there, but whoa, 2 missing matches. That's not good. But yeah, Raw is definitely third place, or not third place, but second place. And oh, we're still at the bottom. Still at the bottom, but yeah, we did fall back down, but we're definitely not as far away as we have been. So I'd still have to say, with Raw being second place, it shouldn't be too long before we can overtake them if they're going to put on shows like that last one. I don't know what is up with my voice. It's just kind of, yeah, it's not going right. But anyway, Power 25 rankings there. You can check them out. But I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. Will we be able to overtake second place? Finally, I don't know. But we're going to have to see. You're going to have to wait and see for the next episode. So thanks for watching. Keep on YouTubing.